On the morning of November 10th, 2009, 17-year-old Alexandra Brown, a high school senior, started out from her home in Wellman, Texas, to her school in Seagraves, Texas. According to Ann Wyatt Little in her November 10th and 20th articles on www.kcb.com, it was a trip that she made 5 days a week. But that morning, she never made it to school. That morning, she spent too much time on the computer, and that morning, she was running late for school. That morning, her pickup rolled over and skidded 300 feet off of the highway. And that morning, she wasn't wearing her seatbelt, and she was ejected from the truck, which pinned her underneath. And that morning, she was texting while she was driving. Texting and driving causes many injuries and deaths even. And looking at all the information that I looked at in researching this paper, there are some things I'd like to share with you today. I'd like to share with you about what distracted driving is, what texting and driving can do to you, what the effects of texting and driving are, and also some laws and some statistics. For you to understand why it is dangerous to text and drive, you'll have to understand what distracted driving is. Distracted driving, according to the CDC website page on motor vehicle safety, is when you're paying attention to anything or participating in any activity other than driving while driving. There are three main distractions: visual distractions, which is taking your eyes off the road; manual distractions, which is taking your hands off the wheel; and cognitive distractions, which is taking your mind off of driving. Distracted driving is also eating, using a navigation system, but especially using your cell phones and text messaging. All of them are dangerous, but text messaging is the most dangerous because you are using all three of the main distractions. You have to take your eyes off the road, and you're using your hands, and also you're not thinking about driving, you're thinking about what you're texting. These distractions, especially text messaging while driving, affect the way you drive. David W. Freeman's October 6, 2011 article on CBSNews.com states, and I quote, "Our findings suggest that response times are even slower than we originally thought. Texting basically doubles the driver's reaction time in any situation." And the U.S. Transportation Department Secretary Ron LaHood said, and I quote, "If you look down or text for just a few seconds at 55 miles per hour, your car travels the length of a football field while you're not even looking." Drivers that are traveling 30 miles per hour travel 220 feet within 5 seconds. And drivers that are driving 60 miles per hour, they travel 440 feet in 60 seconds. In 5 seconds. It also affects the fact that you can't drive in the proper lane, and it also affects the consistency of your speed. And they've also discovered that composing and reading text messages have almost the same effect. As you can see, texting while you're driving obviously has many effects on your ability to drive, and they are a cause of many automobile wrecks. According to Barry G. Halicki, in the book Driving Sound Principles and Practices, drivers using cell phones are the cause of 22% of all fatality wrecks in 2011. ScienceDaily.com says that the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration said that in April 2009, 25% of accidents were caused by distracted drivers. Also, 73% of people use the phone while they're driving. 6,898 accidents were caused by distracted drivers using electronic devices between 2007 and 2010, in Oklahoma alone, according to the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office. These accidents have led to many new legislations. In Oklahoma and many other states, it is against the law to use your cell phone while you are driving a bus with any passengers on it. 19 states prohibit that. 10 states plus the District of Columbia, Guam, and the Virgin Islands prohibit use of cell phones, handheld cell phones of any kind. In 39 states, including plus the District of Columbia, Guam, and the Virgin Islands, have banned text messaging altogether for drivers. According to Alexis Macias, a January 2011 article on FACS.org entitled Injury Prevention Legislation, since legislations have come into effect in some states, the deaths have been down in 2009 by 6% and injuries by 4%. I hope that some of this information that I gave you today will help you make an informed decision about texting and driving. Now that you know what distracted driving is, how texting can affect your driving, some statistics and laws on texting and driving, maybe you can make a good informed decision. Please don't text and drive. We do not need another senseless death like that of Alexandra Brown's. Thank you.